Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, depending on where you are in the world. This is Azrael's Gaming. I am, of course, Azrael, and this is a new series called The Problem With. And what we intend to do in this series is look at a game that has either just come out or I've just started playing, and I will do a review, and we'll go through what's good, and then we'll go through the problems. Generally, what I find is most games have a single or singular problem that probably needs more attention than most, and that's what this series is going to focus on. Today we are reviewing Dauntless, and without further ado, let's log in and see what's going on. Alright guys, this is Dauntless. Now, the first thing you might be wondering is, why does it look a little bit blurry? Why does it not look fantastic? Why? And the simple answer to that, guys, is that the optimization on this is awful. It is something that I understand they are working on, but for right now, it's not ideal. I have to play on low settings if I want to record and or stream. And it kind of ruins the experience a little bit for me. Like, the gameplay itself is solid, but not being able to play the game at a very high frame rate, at very high quality settings, is very much a problem. Now, what I will say for it is that for a free game, it is fantastic. The controls are fairly simple. The gameplay, like I say, is very, very solid. And it's cross-platform, which is fantastic. You know, it makes it very clear as to who is on what platform. It's very easy to add your friends to play with them. And I love the art style. It's very, very quainty. It's very, very cool. And just, yeah, like the general overall feel of the game is very, very nice. Now, what about gameplay, I hear you ask? This is how you select a mission. As you can see, you've got Patrol and Pursuit. Patrol is generally more random. You go against the type of monster that you want to go against, and then it will select one of the monsters at random that you can get. If you go for a Pursuit, it is very much more selected. You choose which monster you need to kill, and you will go in and you will match up with people, and you will fight said monster. We're going to do a Pursuit, and we're going to do the Ember Main. Once you have selected your mission that you want to do, it will put you into this lobby here. It will try and find other Slayers, it will prepare the hunt, and then you will be able to join. Now, on the whole, from what I've seen, this doesn't take very long normally, no more than maybe about 30 to 35 seconds. And it's very pretty whilst you wait, so it's not a huge bad. Alright, now we're in a lobby. Here you can change your loadout, you can look at your mastery, you can see what weapons it is that you need. I am using the wrong weapon for this. So we're going to go to swords, and we're going to go to my frost weapon, which has got many different techniques. You've got these little add-ons that you can add, and you get different cores and different cells from doing the mission. You unlock them as a reward, and then you can add them onto your weapons as you see fit. So it does actually really give you a lot of customization, which is really cool. I really like that. It actually looks really cool. You can transmog, and you can also just dye your colors. The dyes do cost real money. You do get some free stuff from Twitch Prime at the minute, and you do get some free stuff for doing one of the quests. So you can customize it a little bit, but not a huge amount without paying. Alright, now this is the battle area. This is the area that you go. It does change depending on the enemy type that you are going against. One thing I will say that I'm not a huge fan of is the navigation on it is very much find your own way kind of thing. It's not ideal. There is farming in it though. You can farm your materials whilst you do hunt the monster. I kind of get the idea that you're in a map where you've got to go and find the boss to kill it. However, because you are hunting just a singular boss and the maps aren't actually that large, I fell off the edge of the world. Because the maps aren't actually that large, I do believe that it should maybe have a better compass system. It does have a flare system, which means that you can send up a flare and it will come up on your compass as to where it is you need to go. But I do believe that the navigation, considering that it is just a single beast that you are trying to fight, should be maybe made a little bit easier, at least at the start, until you get used to it. It does kind of throw you in the deep end, even with the tutorial being quite good and the quests being quite fun. Now, as I said before, this does have crossplay. You can see in the left-hand corner, it tells you what platform each person is actually playing on. That's really handy, that's really cool, and from what I've seen, there isn't that many lag issues. Like, it does seem to work quite well. Alright then, so we have now found the beastie. This is an Ember main, he is a fire type, so you use your ice type against them. That is kind of the way. There is no one is strong against, one is weak against. It's kind of a, this is the element, so, you know, if it's a fire type, it'll be weak against ice, and an ice type will be weak against fire. Very, very simple way of doing it, but it works really well. Now, you can get yourself different weapons, and you can mod them in different ways, and you can then also learn different combat moves, different styles, and you do have to make sure you run out of the way, because they do hurt. Like I say, this game does not really baby you through it. It kind of just lets you jump in and see what happens. Fair warning, I'm not very good. But that doesn't matter. It's still fun. It is still a very fun game. The enemy types are very varied. And their movesets are learnable, but still fun and random enough that it does take a fair amount of time to do so. Alright then, so once you have killed the monster, it is time for the good stuff. It's time for the loot. Now, the system gives you a rating on how well you performed, and then it gives you a team rating. Now, this doesn't really matter too much. It just shows you that you can either do better or you did really well. The loot that you get is really cool. It gives you a lot of loot per battle, and if you are able to break a part off, then you get even more still. You can then turn over to this screen, which gives you a breakdown of all the quests associated with the monster you've just killed in a very easy to understand way, and makes you realize whether you can sit and farm that monster or whether you can leave it for another day. I really like this. I like the system. I like the way that it displays the loot. It's very bright, it's very colorful, and it's just very good. That is my take on Dauntless. It's a very brief, very much a first impressions kind of quick look-see at what I feel of the game. I really like it. I think that they really do need to work on the optimization. The fact that I've got a fairly beastie PC and I can't play it on max resolution and stream it at the same time when I have no issues with other games is sort of a problem. But that is really the only problem with Dauntless. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time. Thank you very much. Ciao, ciao.